We got Teofimo Lopez. He's ready to take on Vasil Lomachenko. How do you think about that? Like, what do you take on it? Because I've heard that it's bad blood between these two. Is that true?
Bro, this guy's a sucker. He's been a sucker all his life, you know. And I've been telling him that he's a sucker, you know what I'm saying? And I told him that we was gonna come up and we was gonna take his head off. I did that prediction 2 years ago when I said to the whole world my son was gonna be world champion in 15 fights, and in 16 fights we was gonna take this guy's head off. Where we at now?
You're in position to take his head off.
Okay, so why are people questioning me? I already seen what the future, you know, has in front of us, and it's something that I don't understand, how many freaking hardheads are out there that don't understand what we're gonna do to this dude. You know, come October 17, we're gonna freaking rip this guy's head off, and he knows it already. You know, he knows it because he's saying it already. He's saying that my son has a high IQ, that his arms are 3 times bigger than his. You know, why you think that guy's saying that? Why is he giving my son props? You know, getting close to the fight. You know why? Because the night when my son knocks him out in 2 rounds or 1 round, you know, he'll tell the whole world, oh, wait, this guy was way too big for me. I told everybody 135 was not my weight division. And that's why he's doing what he's doing. You know, and I don't even care what this guy feels. If he feels that he could beat my son, we're going to be there. We're going to be right in front of his face, and let's see what he does, you know, because the talking is already done with, you know. I made the fight happen. He didn't make the fight happen. We made the fight happen. You know what I'm saying? This guy was telling us we needed to get a belt to fight him. That's a pussy. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's a pussy. And come October 17, you know, I'm going to take the best thing out of his heart. Him and his father are going to go down that night. And I'm going to just fucking enjoy it and celebrate it, because there's only one outcome in this fight, and that's us knocking this dude out.
Counterpunch. And I know you being the father and trainer to your son, and then him likewise for Lomachenko and his father being the trainer of him. Have you guys interacted at all?
Well, in what way?
In any way, like, if, you know, has he...
Listen, I don't know what the hell his father teaches this guy, you know what I'm saying? But to me, that's not boxing. You know what I'm saying? All those little games that they got going on with the numbers, and him going under the water, breathing under the water for like 5 minutes without coming out, you know, that doesn't win you fights. You know, you win fights by being a technician in the ring and knowing what you're doing. You know, this guy is trying to like make people believe that all this stuff that he does is special and that nobody could, you know, break the puzzle. You know, Linares already did it. Pedraza already did it. Luke Campbell already did it. You know, these are C-level fighters to us. You know, my son, these guys won't last 5 rounds with my son, you know, and this guy went the distance with these guys, you know, and that's why I don't respect him, because I know that he has flaws, and he's been struggling in the 135 weight division, and when he fights my son, he's gonna fight the biggest 135 pounder out there, stronger, you know, intelligent, a fighter that's gonna break him in every way possible, you know. There's no way this guy, 126 pounds, is gonna beat us. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? I'll stop freaking training if I have to, you know. But this guy's not gonna beat us, you know. Okay. There's no way. And if there's like people out there that they don't understand the way of the sport and the way that everything has been done, and see the lackness that this guy has done. Come on, bro. We beat Nakatani every fucking round when we fought Nakatani. And that is my son's only flaws, you know, and we beat this guy every round. You know, I haven't seen my son lose a round in the pros. and they did a big thing because of the commentators. The commentators made the fight look like shit, you know. And I know what I got. You know, Nakatani never hurt my son. My son was never hurt in the fight with Nakatani, and that's the only flaws that they got my son with. You know, and I guarantee you Nakatani would have beat Lomachenko or would have gave him a good fight. You know, so I don't take nothing away from Nakatani. He was proven what. How come you don't hear about Nakatani no more? You know, because we sent him to the hospital at night, and the guy's not good. You know, he can't back because my son messed him up, and people don't know that. You know, nobody talks about that. You know, that's why you don't hear about Nakatani no more. He did a great fight with my son. He was the only one that went the distance in there, you know, that went 12 rounds with him. But we needed those rounds. We needed those rounds for my son to get more mature, you know. And that's one thing about my son. Every time you talk him down, he comes in stronger. And that's what we're going to do with this fight. You know, there's a lot of people out there, you know, people from top rank, people that are supposed to be neutral in this fight are saying my son has no chance. And we like it when it's like that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's better for us. I don't want my son. I never want my son to be the higher up in the fight. I always want him to be the underdog because the win is so much freaking beautiful, you know. And all these haters come October 17th are gonna jump in the paddy wagon, bro, and they're gonna be believers. And I just can't wait, man. I mean, that's gonna be one of my best nights. And this kid is coming to take this guy, man. He's so passionate. He has a passion for this fight, and you guys gonna see it. You know, when they meet up in the bubble on Wednesday. You know, when we have the first showdown with him. You know, the eye-to-eye test. You're gonna see this guy. We're gonna break him because my son is dying to be in the ring in there and take this guy head off. You know, and it's dangerous. You know, I feel bad for Lomachenko, bro, but I don't want to feel bad for him because he deserves what's coming to him.
You know, that's funny. I was looking at an interview and he said the exact same thing about Teofimo. He said, I feel sorry for Teofimo, you know, and that leads me back to the backstory because I was reading an article. I had seen a video where your son, Teofimo, was saying that he was at a hotel and Lomachenko was at another hotel, and he went to that hotel and Lomachenko left that hotel when he found out Lopez was there. And this was like 3 years ago. So your son has been chasing Vasily Lomachenko for quite some time, right?
Well, listen to me. He made us get a belt. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he made us. It's like we went and we got it because we wanted this fight. And we're here now, you know. Now he's got to answer. And you know, who's gonna come out winning at the end? You know, it's the dog that went and got what the other fighter wanted us to get. And now we're ready to take this fight. And I just cannot wait, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to go through hell, bro. I got to go through this freaking bubble shit. I can't even go outside and do nothing. I got to be locked up for like 5 days. So I'm going to make this guy pay for all that.
No, definitely. Why do you think the other fighters like Tank Davis or Ryan Garcia or all these other fighters, even Devin Haney, I think Devin Haney wanted to fight him at one point, but why do you think those guys are not in the position that Teofimo Lopez is in right now?
Because they never wanted to fight Lomachenko. You know, how many times Floyd tried to get that fight together, and Floyd was scared to freaking put him in there because, to tell you the truth, Lomachenko would have ate Tank Davis. You know, he would have ate him alive because he's a perfect fighter for him. You know, he's a straight-up shooter. He stays in the pocket, and that's what Lomachenko likes. You know, to beat Lomachenko, you have to have a really good ring IQ and know what you're doing in there. You know, set him up with the traps. You know, adapt to his style right away. And you got to adapt with Lomachenko right away. You got to adapt the first 2-3 rounds because that's all you have with Loma. You know what I'm saying? I don't take nothing away from this guy. This guy's a great fighter. And I'm not going in there thinking that that we're gonna lose. You know, I have no doubt in my head that we're gonna beat this guy, and we're gonna beat him really bad because my son is way faster than him. He's way smarter, and his IQ in the ring is untouchable. You know what I'm saying? There's only one or two, three things that Lomachenko does in that ring. My son does 100 different things. You know, so our ammunition is freaking unseen, you know, and this is why I wanted this fight so bad, because a lot of people, you know, have my son as a puncher. My son is not a puncher. My son is a boxer before he's a puncher. You know, it's just that it's so easy for us that's why we take that route. And come on October 17th, we're going to do the same thing, bro. It's not going to be nothing different. And I'm telling you, this is going to be one of my son's easiest fights. You know, I've been working around it. I've been studying tape. I've been watching him, and I know his mistakes. And once we take away the little things that he has, he's not gonna be able to answer, and then he's gonna be stuck, and then that's when we're gonna blow him away. And my son has every tool in the world to knock this dude out. He knows it already. He knows it. You know, there's no way this guy got nothing to face my son. I mean, what is he gonna do? He's gonna hit him like the whole freaking fight, and my son is not gonna hit him? You crazy? You know? We're gonna touch this dude, and when we touch him, it's gonna hurt him. You know, and all that bullshit that he does is gonna go down the drain.
Got you. Speaking of Lomachenko, you mentioned he's a good fighter. You take nothing away from him. What does he do well that other fighters don't do, you feel?
You see, these are things that I should not talk about, because these are things that we've been studying, and we got to keep it to ourselves.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? But there's one thing that he does that is very unpredictable for him, because he has to come in. You know, he's got freaking T-Rex fucking hands. He's got to come in and commit.
Right,
you know,
right.
And guess what's gonna happen? He's gonna get fucking smashed. You know, and so those are a couple of things that we're already looking at. You know, and that we've been working in the gym. My son is not gonna take a fight if he doesn't know that he's gonna win 100%. You know,
Right.
You know, I've been saying this shit for the longest, and nobody has believed me. Everybody laughed at me, and look where we at right now. You know, we're not no Devin Haney. We're not no Shakur Stevenson. We are not no freaking Tank. We're taking the fights. I mean, they're your brothers, and I understand that and everything. You know what I'm saying? But we're here to take over fights. We're here to take the biggest fights. You know, and my son has never, ever backed off a fight. You know, why wait? Why wait 20 fights? Why wait 30 fights? Wow, we're going to go backwards?
Right.
I mean, we just beat Comey in a spectacular way where everybody thought Comey was going to knock us out. So why should we go backwards? You know? They're saying I'm putting my son in there too early. It's going to be like a Canelo and Floyd Mayweather type of fight. You know, it is, but Canelo is going to be you know, Lomachenko, and my son is going to be Floyd.
Okay, fair enough. Rumors about the weight. You know, there were rumors that Teofimo will go to 140. Is he still going to plan to go to 140 if he beats Lomachenko?
Bro, listen, bro, we just did the weight because it was a mandatory. We had to do a weight. We had to be under 143 15 days into the fight. We did the weight. My son was at 141. My son is drinking 2 gallons of water every day. That's 16 pounds. And my son is at 141. We could still stay at 135.
Right.
But if the numbers are good, you know, if Devin Haney wants to get it, we could give it to him. That's no problem with me. I already know what my son did to him in the past. So, you know, I guarantee you anything that his father and him would never fight my son. I will guarantee you that. I'll put it on money that those people will never fight my son because they know what we did to them. You know, they want to come over here and lie to the public. I don't give a fuck about that. You can lie to the public, bro, but you can't lie to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real cat, you know, and my son has never lost a fucking round in sparring or in boxing, you know. So Everybody barks, bro, but nobody bites in this fucking sport. How come Devin ain't fighting nobody? How come Tank ain't fighting nobody? Why? Why go back and fucking fight a guy that fucking Tank just beat?
Good question. Good question.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make no sense. That Gary Russell shit that they were talking about.
Yeah.
If that fight wasn't made was because they probably put shit in there that Gary didn't want to fucking deal with. You know?
Right.
There's no way this kid is getting away with all this shit and being a fucking world champion, and then he ain't fighting nobody. You know? I don't understand it. Why are we fighting everybody? Why are we getting the big fights? Because we ain't scared of nobody. My son ain't scared of nobody, bro. Fuck that fucking old. You know, I'm sick and tired of that shit. You know,
Right.
Everybody's worrying about losing. We worrying about being great. Everybody else is worrying about not losing, you know?
Right.
And that's why they suck. So don't give me that Devin wanted to fight. Devin wanted to get that fight with what you call it, with Lomachenko. That's a lie, bro. Because listen, the reason why we left the WBC when my son was number 2 in the WBC. Devin Haney was number 4.
Right.
The reason why we left the WBC is because we knew that was a faster route to get to Loma. You know?
And now you're here.
Who's got the merits right now? Who's fighting for the biggest fight in the fucking planet? We are, because we took the right route. You know, we knew that Lomachenko was gonna fight Luke Campbell, and we knew he was gonna win, and he was gonna want to get that IBF. That's why we went the IBF route. And guess what? Now God has given me everything. He's given me the WBC, the WBO, the WBA, and the IBF. He's given me
one night.
One fucking night. And to put the cherry on the topping, they're giving us the Ring magazine belt. So me and my son are gonna be like this, just smiling. After that fight, we're gonna be all over Ring magazine, right on the front page, like this. Best trainer and best fighter of the world. Because I don't want to hear no shit about no fucking Nicola or none of these fucking guys, you know? Boxing, you have to go and get it, bro. You know, and that's what we're doing. And that's why I know his father's shitting on his ass, because he knows that we're going to fucking destroy his son. And we're going to send him back to fucking Ukraine. And fuck that shit with his fucking bullshit. That when you fucking talk shit, you got to back it up. We are going to back it up. And we're going to fucking leave everything right there in the ring. Because there's nothing else to do with Ukraine or that motherfucker, because we're going to beat the shit out of him. You know? So we ain't got nothing to do after that. You know, he could go back there to his homeland and go, oh, if you talk shit, you got to fuck come and fight my country. They're not even going to give a fuck about that motherfucker after that fight. You know, because at the end of the day, those 2 gold medals that he has is for nothing, baby, because he got to put it on the fucking line. Bro, that fucking whole shit is all corrupted, bro. You know? If you could sell, you're going to be the king in the amateurs. You know?
Right.
I just can't wait, man. I know what they did to my son. I know everything that has happened to us. My son should have had a gold medal in the Olympics, and they fucking robbed us the first day, you know. But now we got to show it right now, where it's worth it. Right now, right here, you know, in the pros. You know, we're going to show the whole world who's the king of boxing, and that's going to be Teofimo Lopez. Come October 17, I don't want to hear it, you know. He's going to be the cash cow of boxing. And I've been saying this, and everybody hates for the way I talk and shit like that, bro. But please, come on. I want somebody to prove me wrong. I'm tired of being right all the time. You know?
Right. Absolutely.
Prove me wrong. If I'm a piece of shit, prove me wrong. But nobody can, because I do all the talking. My son backs it up.
Right. You're the father, the trainer, the entertainer. And you're doing exactly that, and Teofimo, he's become more verbal, so he's helping you sell the fights.
Thank God, bro. It was time.
Right.
You know, it was time for him to become his own man and become his own destiny. I'm not gonna be in this planet for the rest of my life, you know, sooner or later I gotta go, and he's gotta keep on doing his thing, you know, and he's gonna reign for the next 15, 14 years, bro. You know, because the way he's doing it, he's not getting no damage in his brain. You know, I mean, when have you seen my son get hit more than 3 times in a punch combination? Never. Show me a tape where my son gets hit more than 3 times. Doesn't exist. You know? What about Lomachenko? Linares beat the fucking shit out of him. You know? There's tape of him hitting Lomachenko like fucking 10 times with a radius of fucking punches. You don't see my son get hit like that. And people still question that shit, you know? Which is funny. Look at Comey. Nobody ever knocked out Comey. He fought with some great fighters, you know, Eastern, Junior, and all these guys. You know, Eastern Junior was the only one that fucking made him feel something, but he didn't even go down. You know, my son fucking plugged him with 1 shot and he went down to the floor. You know, an experienced dude that I guarantee you would have gave fucking Lomachenko problems. And he would have probably lost the fight, but he would have went the distance with him. You know, I got no doubts about that because Richard Comey had a great chin, you know, and we exposed it out there. So you think we ain't gonna hit this clown with that shot? Oh my God. I just can't wait, man. I'm just dying for this shit to be over with, man. You know, and come October 17, when my son goes into that ring, man, I guarantee you that shit ain't gonna last. It might not even go past 2 rounds.
Right.
You know?
So, you know, a lot of people, you said that Teofimo is not a puncher. He's a boxer first and a puncher next.
He's a fucking great puncher. He's a fucking knockout artist.
Right.
But to do that shit, you got to know what the fuck you're doing in there, bro. People think that this shit is easy. This shit ain't no easy, bro. Those are placement shots that he's putting out there. You know, and for this fucking clown to say that my son got a lucky shot with Comey, that shows me he's scared.
Yeah, I remember that statement. I do remember that. He said,
watch, bro.
Shot. Yeah.
Watch. I can't wait till I see this fucking clown. Him and his fucking father. I don't give a fuck about them. You know what I'm saying? Because they think they're fucking, this guy's a diva, bro, and we're going to fucking show it to the whole world. You don't win fights by being a fucking pussy like he is. You know, with his fucking number shit and it's fucking going under the water shit. We're going to fucking blast him, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Bet all your fucking money, your house, your car, whatever the fuck you got, any income you got, bet it on my son, bro. You're going to be rich.
What are the betting odds? Do you know what the betting odds are yet? I haven't checked that out because I really don't gamble.
3 to 1. It's going to be like 3 to 1.
Really? Okay.
3 to 1.
3 to 1.
3 to 1. They got it at 2.95. Believe that shit? I love it. I fucking love it because that means that the whole fucking world don't know what the fuck they doing.
Oh, you put money on it, on your son?
Yeah, they got my son under 3 to 1.
Right. Are you putting money on your son in this fight?
I can't say that, you know, in public, but you know the deal.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's solid. I heard Teofimo say in an interview, and like you just mentioned, a lot of these fighters are scared of the O. They're scared of the O. They're worried about losing. And he broke it down like, hey, if you lose, you lose. You take a loss, you move on, you get better, you do whatever you need to do. Do you think that's a demotivator or just him just keeping it real? What do you think about that?
I think behind every person that doesn't take fucking fights, there's always a fucking trainer or a fucking father figure or something in behind that is scared of fucking lose that. Oh, I don't really think it's the fighters because every fighter believes that he's better than everybody else.
Right.
You know, I just believe that the camp has a lot to do with that. You know, they feel they're not ready. They feel that they don't have to do what they have to do because they're making money by fighting bums.
Right.
You know, so that's got a lot to do with that. You know, you know what's going on now in life is like with this whole social shit. You
Right.
could become the best fighter on the planet without fighting nobody, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
I've seen a couple. I've seen a couple people. We just
All
mentioned
you
that.
gotta do is you have YouTuber. You have to have YouTubers of social media, or you gotta have 6 million people subscribe to your fucking channel, and you could be the best fucking fighter in the planet.
Right. Right.
You know, so that's the only bad thing about now. You know, back in the days, real motherfuckers used to fight real motherfuckers, and that's what we bringing to the table. We want to fucking bring those days back. You
Right.
know, everybody's politically correct now. Like you